Hello again. This is our card number 3 for the Nature's Harvest class, and it's the one with the thick basic white base card, which is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And inside the pack you will have 2 pieces of designer series paper, a little piece of Misty Moonlight, 1 little die cut, and 2 little tailored tag pieces. And this is a really quick and easy card, and one that I use a lot for templates for all sorts of occasions. Now it's going to be, when you put the front on, there are 2 pieces, let's put this one in as well. There are 2 pieces of designer series paper, and they go across the card like this, with just this little piece of cardstock in the middle. Now you can choose whether you want to have both blue pieces or one blue and the orange, but I'm going to do the yellow and the blue, just because I think that yellow sets off the little gold wheat sheaf here. Okay, so to make it, it's fast, and as I say, it's a great template. I'm going to start by attaching these 2 pieces, and I only want a little bit of the card stock to show. So I find it easier to glue onto this bigger piece of paper and then put it down onto the card, rather than trying to put this piece on, add this piece somewhere, and then get this piece to work. So I'm just going to attach it with my liquid glue, just so that I can move it round if it's not quite in the right place. And I only want a small piece showing, but if you want to have a larger piece of card showing, you can do that too. Just depends where you put your paper and how much of the other paper you want to show. And if you wanted, you could even have this over the top and your blue piece here, so that you saw more of the yellowy bumblebee paper. Okay. And I'm going to add this one. It would be a pretty card with both blue sides showing. Oops, can't pick it up. There we go. I'm going to lay it across here. It's just going to have a small border all the way around. And I see that this is a little bit raised just from cutting on the trimmer, so I'm just going to go down with my bone folder just to push that edge down. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to add this one over the top. If you didn't want to add a piece of cardstock as that little tiny highlight, you could use ribbon. You could use a piece of gold foil card. There are lots of different ways to make this sort of design. You could use even another piece of designer series paper that coordinated. I'll just check that I've got that straight. I can just see a little bit of that blue. I don't want to. There we go. Let's go over that again with my bone folder. This piece here is a little bit more raised just because you've got 3 layers, like 2 layers of paper and a layer of card in there, but it doesn't affect the finished card at all. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is your little gold wheat pieces. On mine, I'm just going to put them on an angle here, and I'm going to stamp a sentiment on my white piece here. And you can make it go so that this is in the middle. You can have it like, I'm going to have mine on a slight angle over here. You can make it so that you've got your sentiment over here and your wheat goes the other way. Whatever you like, you know, however you think your card is going to work best. I've stamped a sentiment. Again, I've used this Best Wishes that I've been using in this set of cards as well, because I know not everybody has Nature's Harvest, and you might want a birthday card or something and this sentiment doesn't work. So I've tried to make it so that lots of different sentiments would work. And I have already stamped it. I've stamped in Night of Navy. And then you've got the little gold one as a backing. And this is exactly the same size as this, so you can't put it on and see the backing. You can glue it so that just part of the gold is showing like this, or you can cut this in half and then let's glue it onto here. Let me just see. Oh, here's my glue. I couldn't see it for looking. Okay, just put a little bit of glue on each piece here and then add the gold, and depending on how much you want to show, just move that around until you're happy. It might wiggle around a little bit because the glue's wet, but then just put your other piece on at the bottom. I have to move this around. Oh, I've got glue on the sentiment now. Never mind. And just move that down until it's level. And there you get a piece that looks like it's a backing layer. Now I've got another piece here, and I'm just going to get my other sentiment that I stamped. Let's punch this out, because I didn't put it onto the punched piece. And for mine, I just want to have the piece showing at the bottom. So I'm not going to worry about cutting it in half. Just going to add it on like this and leave just a small border like that. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to check. I'm just going to move my scissors out of the way. I'm just going to pop my wheat on, and my piece I'm going to just put over here. So I don't want to glue all of it down. I just want to glue some parts so that it still looks like it moves on the card and it's not all stuck right down. And I'm going to put my sentiment on with dimensionals just to give it a little bit more height. Okay, so I'm going to put mine just on the angle there. And then I've got my little sentiment here. I'm going to pop some dimensionals on the back. And this will help to hold the wheat piece down as well, that little die cut. Let's see. I'm not sure. You could put it over to the left, you could put it to the right, you could have it in the middle. Sometimes you don't know until you've actually got all the rest of the piece of card made. You don't quite know where you're going to put it. Now I'm going to, is that dry? Yeah, I'm just going to take that little bit of glue off there. There we are. Okay, and I'll put that to one side. I'll use that on a different card. So you could also stamp inside. You could use one of the other sentiments that would go with best wishes, or you could use one of the flower images, or even you could use extra paper. I've done that before, where I've just put another little piece of the designer series paper, a little strip down here, and then had my sentiment. You can also use another piece of paper to decorate your envelopes, or you could stamp an image too. So that's our third card, and it's a really good template to use for lots of other cards too. See you again soon. Bye bye.